What is up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool live stream slash video, and today we're back in Planet Coaster with just one episode today. This isn't no series or anything, just so you know. We're just going to be trying to build the most realistic kind of coaster that we can today. That's what we're going to be doing. So, I have a little bit of a different setup today for today's live stream. I'm actually using my laptop right now, which is right in front of me right here. You can't see it, but I'm using my laptop right now, so I am using 3 monitors as I live stream. That's insane. So, I realized, it's kind of cooled down on my PC a little bit. I can have something else running on my laptop rather than have so many things up at once on my computer alone. So, I don't know if it will help with performance at all. It might, but I got the YouTube actual live stream on my laptop, and I got, of course, OBS on one screen, and then the game on the other on my main PC. So, having maybe something less on the screen will actually help out. Maybe, I don't know, but what we're going to be doing today is just going to be trying to build something realistic, and that's going to be the goal here. So, with that being said, you guys are already got your ideas coming out of nowhere, or completely flying around everywhere. So, the first question is, what kind of roller coaster are we going to use? So, that's the first thing. Which roller coaster are we going to build? I want to do something that I'm a little bit more familiar with and I'm a little bit better at. So here's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to give a couple of choices here. So we'll see how it works out. So I'm just going to choose one of the coasters that I would say I would be decent at as in realism. So something that I'd be pretty decent at. A B&M dive coaster is actually pretty easy, one of the easier ones. So that's option number 1. So we'll go with that. And option number 2, of course, is an RMC coaster. Either or, it doesn't really matter. So that's our next option. The next one I would say I'd be decent at would be maybe a GCI, and a lot of people are saying GCI, so I'll throw that option in there. So let's go with one of those 3. So B&M Dive, a Rocky Mountain construction coaster, or a GCI. So RMC, GCI, B&M, you choose. That's what I want. That's what I want to know. So, those are probably the ones I could probably do the best at, because I've had them. I use them the most, probably. I don't use dive coasters super often. They're just really easy and to figure out. So, a lot of people are saying GCI. A lot of people are saying RMC, RMC, GCI, GCI, RMC. And by the way, I can see you if you're repeating your answers. RMC fanboys. I don't know. A lot of people are commenting RMC. I don't know. I love RMCs. You could say I'm a little obsessed with RMCs, so I build a lot of them all the time. And a lot of people say I do, so, which I would agree with. And then you got the one person that says Intamin. I haven't built many Intamins before. I don't know, it's pretty close. A lot of people saying GCI, a lot of people saying RMC. GCI and RMC racing. Well, again, we're going for realism. I don't think GCI and RMC would make a coaster right next to each other. Alright, I think dive coaster's out of the question, so I think we're down to RMC and GCI at this point. It is so interesting to have like 3 screens now. It's so weird. I have so much more space instead of using one screen for two different things. It's nice. Who's excited for Six Flags announcements? You know, I've actually lost hype for Six Flags announcements. They don't get me as excited as the other announcements. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and, just so you guys know, I think I'm going to go ahead. I know some of you guys are going to be disappointed for the ones that voted for the other one, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do RMC. I know, Joe does RMCs all the time. He always does his RMCs. Why does he always do RMC? Because I love RMC. They're just an amazing company, and I just love the look of their track, the look of the elements that they put in, and everything like that. So now now we gotta base it down of which RMC we're gonna do. Are we gonna do the Steel Vengeance trains? As far as I know, this one can actually deliver a 90-degree drop, unlike the other one. The only thing is, it does have the Steel Vengeance logo on the front. But you're able to do a little bit more with this track, I feel like. I don't know, and if I get a good enough request, maybe I'll do another one, just on a different kind of coaster. You know, maybe I'll do GCI next time. Alright, what do you guys think? Should I use the Steel Vengeance trains, or should I go ahead and use the regular hybrid? What do you guys think? I haven't really used the Steel Vengeance before. We're not recreating Steel Vengeance by no means, but you can do more with the track a little bit. It's got those new RMC trains. It looks pretty good. Okay, so everyone's saying Steel Vengeance sounds good. So I'm not recreating Steel Vengeance. I'm making my own coaster just with the Steel Vengeance train and station. Or everything, yeah. Okay, so first off, we're going to keep this a little bit higher up the ground. Everyone's saying the Steel Vengeance train, so we'll use that. Because you can do a little bit more with them. As far they can actually go 90 degrees, unlike the other one. See, this one can go 90 degrees. The other one can't. I don't know if I'll be going 90 degrees or not, but hey. Okay, so what we're going to start off with is we place the station down. It's as big as I want it to be, and I believe I actually did it wrong in the first place. So we're going to replace it because I wanted enter one way and exit the other. Alright, that'll work. Let's see where the trains are at, or this is actually at. So raise it up a little bit. Like so, and then like a lot of RMCs do have like a little bit of a pre-section before it gets to the lift hill, where it has these little turns and curves and fun little things like that. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a huge RMC or what I'm going to quite do with it, but I'm going to do my best to make it as realistic, or like a very realistic kind of RMC as much as I can. So we're going to have a small drop right out of the station to get it started. Actually, we're going to have a slight... Let's see. It's probably going to be a little inspired by Steel Vengeance in a sense. So we're gonna have it roll out of the station a little bit here. I'm not gonna. Actually, let's go ahead and do the drop. So I'm gonna be working on this layout for a while. And we're going to be using the banking offset, and we're going to try and get that heart line as best as we can as well. Alright, so we're going to be turning the track this way. Where am I going? Kind of want to do an outward bank. To get the ride started. It'd be kind of thrilling. Just right out of the gate to have an outward bank. As long as we smooth it out the way we need to. That's the important thing. Okay, and then I'm going to create a block section right here. Alright, let's get around to the smoothing before we move on. That way these transitions work out nicely. Excellent. Nice little pre-section just to get us started. Alright, and before I move on, I want to make sure it's smooth out of the block. So we'll see if it's smooth enough for my liking. Yeah, it's nice and smooth. So we can roll with that. We're going to give it a nice, should be 45 degrees. I think most of them are 45 degrees. At least I think Steel Vengeance is. I don't know exactly if it's 45 degrees or not, but we're going to go 45 degrees. I love how one car made it onto Get out of here. Alright, there we go. Alright, how tall should we have this? Should this be a big RMC? How big of an RMC are we going to be building? I don't know if I quite want to make it a hypercoaster. Kind of want to. Not going to lie. But we'll still make it a pretty big coaster. 170 feet is pretty tall, I think. So I want to make it a pretty large RMC, but not like a Steel Vengeance RMC. So let's get rid of the optional catwalk here. I kind of wanted to have a 90-degree drop. So we will shape this out. Alright, that piece will get it to 90. Yay. And we'll start leveling it out. And I'm doing just individual pieces to try and shape it up the way I want exactly. That's a grand old first drop there. And that is a 90-degree first drop. Identical to Steel Vengeance, except it's only 107 feet, or 170 feet. Alright, we're going to try and get this smoothed out. Probably won't change too much after selecting it, but usually when I make my drops like that, it usually doesn't change much. But yeah, that's a pretty good looking first drop. It looks pretty good. I like it. Everyone was saying the barrel roll drop, but I've never actually attempted that. I've never actually made one with a barrel roll drop, and this one's going to be a little bit inspired by Steel Vengeance slightly. Not completely, just a little bit. It's going to have a mixture of probably different RMCs out there. Let's see what the top speed gets up to. Looks like 68 miles an hour will be about the top speed. Alright, so let's see if that's suitable for what we want. We're going to be testing this a lot to make sure it's going to be smooth and proper. I've never seen an RMC start out with like an outward bank turn on like that, but I can still say, hey, it can be kind of a world first. Alright, RMCs typically have faster lift hills, I will say that, so, oh gosh. We're going to change the lift hill speed here. Let's go at least, let's try 9 miles an hour. I don't know exactly what they are, but 9 miles an hour seems good. Alright, so this is all good here. I'd say 9 miles an hour is a good place to start anyways. Look at that sunset. Brilliant first drop. I think that first drop is fabulous. Alright, I want to keep it daytime so we can see properly. Alright, what should be the first element after the drop? What should we do our first element? What should it be? Let's make sure banking offset's around 4 feet. I almost want to do an outside bank turn. I think that'd be awesome. Whoosh! Look at the trains fly. Alright, so we're gonna start twisting you to the side a little bit. Let's just go 15 degrees to start out. Alright, we're gonna shape this up. Smoothing's gonna make it better. Man, I'm getting to the first element and everyone's saying it's too much Steel Vengeance, even though its outside bank turn is after the first hill. It doesn't start with an outside bank turn. This is gonna be a different outward bank turn. It's not gonna be like that one. You haven't even seen it yet, so hold on. Literally. Oh gosh. Alright, so we're going to be using a little bit of the advanced smooth method here a little bit. We'll see how it turns out. See about how much speed I'm at right here. Now this part's not gonna resemble Steel Vengeance. It's gonna resemble something else though, a little bit. That it's gonna be inspired by. How many degrees are we here? Let's go about 153. Alright, where is 0? 0's right there. Alright, it's gonna look ugly at first. Keep that in mind. It's gonna look ugly right now. We're gonna get that heart line going as well, so that will be nice. I'm hoping this turns out properly. We'll see if it does or not. Alright, it's got a pretty decent speed going through it. Which is what I was hoping. guess we should start leveling it out just a little bit here. I'm at 0 right there. There we go. Okay. Let's see if I can make this absolutely dreadful looking thing look a little bit better. So this is an outside bank turn that is kind of resembling Outlaw Run a little bit. It's got a 153-degree outside bank turn right after its first drop. But this one's a little bit, obviously a little bit larger and kind of shaped a little bit differently. And I don't know exactly how well it's gonna turn out. But hopefully good. Alright, we're gonna go back through here just a little bit. And if this doesn't work out, we'll demolish it, but... oh gosh, that transition's gonna look... oh, I don't know. See, I'm trying to make the ride a little bit unique, but at the same time... oh my. Still make it realistic. I mean, as of right now, this isn't what I was hoping it was looking like so far, but... yeah, I might change the element here. This doesn't look realistic yet. See, you're jumping to conclusions. Yeah, it's not supposed to look realistic yet. I am a little annoyed by that part, though. That didn't shape up the way I wanted it to, or was hoping. That's why it looks like crap. You're at 0, you're at 0. Alright, let's let's see. Let's not do that. We're going to go up. Trying to figure out what element. Alright, so we're going to be experimenting, kind of-ish. Right, 0% and 0%. Alright, let's smooth or get this situated. So this is going to kind of resemble, maybe-ish, a little bit of, it's not as banked, but a little bit as Goliath's first turn. At least I hope so. That's what it's going to look like. Wait, I almost have an idea. I don't know how it'll turn out, but I have an idea, kind of. Instead of doing a normal drop, why don't I do a barrel roll drop? Like everyone wanted me to in the first place. Kind of, so. I'm going to be working a lot on the layout quite a bit. See if I can still work this in. I've never made one before. Can't be too hard. We're gonna have a barrel rolling good time. Alright, look downwards, making sure it's gonna have a nice shape, and that's going that way. I don't want you to go that way. Why are you going? I need 0%. Is what I needed. Alright, where am I? Alright, so we're gonna go to this view just so we can kind of shape up this barrel roll drop. And that will go as our first inversion. Alright, is that still at 0? Yes. Oh, I was going the wrong way for a second. That's gonna be a fun way to exit out of this turn. It's kind of a steep one, too. There we go. Now let's go into this. Alright, and then after we get this all smoothed out, we'll see how it looks. And we'll go from there. I hope. Alright, now we're getting into this part here. I made it kind of steep. But we'll see how it turns out. Alright, we're going to go back the other way. And we are going to make this, hopefully, as smooth as whatever is really smooth. What is something that's really smooth? Butter, maybe? Is butter smooth? Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, we're gonna go back around. Smooth as glass. There you go. I hate when I mess up like that. I pushed the wrong button. The only thing about this method is very time consuming. But at the same time, you get that nice heart line. That's the main benefit, because we want that heart line. So we are going to try and get that heart line. You best believe it. This might take some trial and error, so bear with me. I don't know how long it's going to take. But my gosh, we're only into the first inversion. I don't know how many inversions we're going to have. 2 or 3 probably. It's usually about how many RMCs have is 2 or 3. And if you're riding Steel Vengeance, in Steel Vengeance case, 4. Alright, starting to look a little smoother. I think it goes too steep into it, though. I'll keep going, but just looks a little steep, and that's what's concerning me right now. I just don't want to get like too far and then have to redo it. Nope. Hate it when I push the wrong button. But look at that heart line. That's that's a positive right there, though. That nice looking heart line. Alright, I'm gonna try and speed things up. I'm gonna try and move faster, as long as I don't mess up. Because I know I'm a slow builder. Everyone reminds me all the time. But that's how it is sometimes, you know? It is... You build slow sometimes. As much as I hate being a slow builder, it's not always a bad thing because, you know, if you take your time and do something right, it can look a lot better in the end. I don't know how many times I've gone through this. Recommended number is about 8 times. That's what's recommended, anyways. See, my fear is that this is going to be a little too steep and it's not going to look good or realistic as you ride it. My goal is to make it realistic. So when I go in realistic, I'm not just talking about like not just talking about, you know, the elements true to the, you know, the company that built it, but also other things that are scenery wise and just other things around it as well. How's it looking? Ooh, it's looking good. Like, it's definitely got a good look to it. But how does it ride? I'm still learning the advanced smoothing method as I go. I still am kind of learning it. Alright, so I think after this time we're gonna go ahead and take a ride and see what we got so far. My goal is to keep it the way it is. Alright, let's try it. The ultimate test. Alright, let's show what we have so far. So we got a nice little outward bank turn to start. Up the 45-degree lift hill. And soon we'll be plummeting down at 90 degrees at 68 miles per hour. So let's see how this looks so far. Drop's good. Oh, that turns for some reason. I'll have to fix that now. Ah, it's so jagged. Oh, it's so bad. I failed. Especially this part over here. It actually, for some reason, it turned. Right there. This piece right here, for some reason, is all bent. Gosh darn it. I can probably fix this, no problem, by just smoothing it out. My gosh, something's in my eye. I mean, the roll looks good, but on ride it looks so jagged and everything because the transition between each pieces always does that in Planet Coaster. Like, if you watch it, it looks like it'll flow through it pretty darn smooth, but when you're on it, for some reason the POV looks jagged. Alright, let me see if I fixed that part right there. At least I can do that. Alright, down the drop. That's better. I can try smoothing through it a couple more times and see if that works. See if that helps. The shaping of it looks great, fantastic. As you can see, it's just like dit, for some reason. I don't know, am I doing something wrong with the method? 'Cause that's how the method's supposed to work. Unless I just haven't gone through enough times. I don't know. You're supposed to do the entire layout and then go through and do it through the entire ride. That's how you're supposed to do it. I'm trying a slightly different thing. See, it looks like off-ride, it looks fantastic. But on-ride, it's a different story. But we're going to try and do this just a couple more times. See if it won't help. Wait, I know what I'm doing wrong. You're supposed to have 4 segments at once selected, wasn't it? I think it was. I believe you're supposed to have 4 segments at once. I was just doing 2. That might have been my issue. That I didn't realize. Darn it. Who knows, maybe this is a new method to make it even smoother. More time consuming, but that's probably the thing that happened there. Oh gosh. It crashed. Video playback interrupted. The site can't be reached. What? There is no internet connection. What? My laptop lost internet. Gosh darn it. Alright, so I can't see the chat right now currently, so hold on. My laptop disconnected for some reason. Alright, it's making some major changes here. Hopefully for the good. not bad. Alright, I'm gonna get back on to the live stream here, hopefully. Because I can't see it. Why? Oh. I'm typing on the wrong... typing on the wrong thing. I was using my actual computer keyboard when I was supposed to be using this. Dagnabbit, I'm dumb. I also forgot the smoothing method a little bit too. Now I remember that was 4 segments that you select and then you drag it down and continue. That's what it was. And maybe that, I'm assuming that's why it was all jagged and not smooth. But we will find out. If not, I might have to rebuild this again. But you can see it's making some pretty hefty changes to it. But yeah, it still has that heartline rule. That's the most important thing. It still has the heartline rule. It's still heartlined. I feel like it's not as heartlined. Well, yeah, it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Just gonna keep moving the sections down. Yeah, it's definitely heartlined. You can see it bending. Okay, so now I can see the chat again. Sorry about that. Alright, so I'm gonna go, let's go 2 more times and then write it and see if it's helped with the smoothness. This is only taken long because I did it wrong the first time. At least that's what I'm thinking I did wrong. If I'm correct. Oh, it flows through there really nicely. It looks good. But how will it ride? That is the ultimate question. Alright, let's try and speed things up just a little bit here so we're not doing this one element this entire time. I know I've been spending a lot of time on this element. But we have to get it right. Okay. So now let's see if that's helped at all. Alright, so we're going to fast forward through this due to time purposes. Here we go. Alright, that turns a little. Yeah. That's definitely better. Not perfect yet. I might have to go through a couple more times, but that is 10 times better. Heck yeah. Alright, this turn was a little bit jagged. It was a little bit off. Yeah, so it looks like we might have to go through this roll a couple more times before it's there. It's a lot better now, thankfully, so. That's a good thing. And the recommended times is 8. I don't think I did quite 8. I think I did less than that. But at least it will look great off-ride. At the very least. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to go through it just a couple more times. Really get that smoothness down. What I do to smooth out a ride. And one more time. We'll go through it one more time. Just for good measure. Alright. If it's not smooth yet, might start having some issues. It was almost there. It was very close to where I wanted it. The last time we did it, so. Ah, it looks beautiful. Okay. Here we go. Wow. All right. And we're fast forward to the top. Ooh. I can still see it a little bit, but my gosh, it's really good. I'm liking it. Okay, so now let's figure out what the next element's gonna be. I'm thinking of maybe something like a zero-G stall. I love zero-G stalls. I've never actually been on one, on a coaster that has a zero-G stall. So I'm thinking a zero-G stall would be really neat. Alright, so we're going to start here again. And let's roll. You can't ever go wrong with a zero-G stall. I mean, see how much speed we have. Yeah, it should be good. Because I want it to have that epic hang time. let's start cranking it just a little bit more. Alright, it's got a pretty good spot where I want the speed at. 180 degrees. Exactly. There we go. Alright, it's not going to be too long of a stall here. Alright, hopefully I get the shape that I want. Alright, we're getting a little bit close to the station, so we gotta be careful here. Gosh darn, I lost internet on my laptop again. I don't know what's going on with that thing. It's supposed to be helping me out. Okay, let's see. We'll see if the smooth tool will smooth this out the way I want. And if not, we might kind of redo this. I'm thinking of actually directing it in a different area. So I'm actually going to get rid of this. I'm actually going to start a turn. It's going to head over here. Oh gosh, that was a little too sharp there. Alright, that's 0. Still trying to figure out why I keep losing internet on my laptop. I don't know why. So I apologize, chat. I can't see it right now. Come on, where is the internet? It's right there. Why is it not connected? I'm confused. I'm gonna have to pull it up on here if I can't figure it out. Oh my gosh. Nope. I actually need to start going this way. Alright, if we can have this do what I want it to, it'll actually be a cool element. And a little bit little resemblance to Steel Vengeance, a little bit, probably. Just a little bit. Not a whole lot. Just a tad. Alright, we'll get that to 0%. Alright, we'll get this to 180. Maybe, there it is. And we're just gonna have another roll here. Gonna have it go under the lift hill structure. Because why not? Again, a little bit inspired by Steel Vengeance. Why is my internet gone? Connect. Okay. Internet's back on, I guess. I'm going to try and do this again. So again, I haven't been able to see comments the last couple moments, just so you know. My laptop's being kind of weird. Because I went to look at them and I was like, oh wait, I forgot. So we're going to go up just a little bit here. Kind of do this little turn. At a pretty steep angle. We're gonna roll it back around over here. Alright, let me get back to the stream. Restart required. We'll restart. Maybe it was doing some update. I don't know what it was doing. I don't know. How close are we to that drop? Right there. Alright, let's get you to 0%. Let's get you to 0%. Alright. Okay, I got the stream back on so I could see. Okay, so we're gonna go into here. 3, 4. Kind of go back and forth a little bit here. And it disconnected once again. I think I'm gonna restart my laptop. I don't even think I've restarted it in a while. Maybe that's a good update and restart. Okay, so no comments for a little bit. So I won't be able to see your comments for a little bit until this gets up and going again. That's probably why it's messing up, because my laptop actually needs an update. It's actually the first time I've had a laptop in a while. I did see a comment saying I need more airtime, but we haven't got to that yet. We'll pack some airtime into it. But first, we're going to smooth this out a little bit. Again, or it's going to resemble a little bit of Steel Vengeance. But if you the first thing about making a realistic coaster and Planet Coaster, if you want a realistic kind of look, I guess would be the correct term, is you're gonna have to use the advanced smoothing method. I kind of use it in my own way. I don't completely make it this. I don't completely do it the exact same way. I kind of do it in my own way. I like doing it by sections rather than making the entire layout and then going back and smoothing everything out. I don't really care for that. I prefer to actually do it by sections. And then there's certain spots where you don't have to use the small pieces. Like if you're just making little hills and stuff, you don't really need to. But when you're making like rolls and stuff and you need that heart line, it's mostly it's mainly for the heartline rolls and different rolls and stuff like that. If you want that heartline in your inversions, you're gonna want to use that the method. So that's the only thing about it. Alright, so we're going to pick up some speed, and we're going to try to add kind of some airtime moments. So we threw in a couple inversions over here. Now it's time to do some airtime elements. Alright, I do agree that you did say I need more airtime, so we're going to throw some more airtime into it. This first part of the ride is mostly to get you some nice inverting elements to get started. If you know about RMCs, they're action-packed and they stay at a pretty high speed through most of the ride, if not all of it. As the elements are usually just kind of back to back to back. How long have I been live streaming? Over an hour now. My goodness, and I'm not even like... I'm still like not that far into the layout either. That's the scary part. I don't know if I'll be able to do... I probably won't be... I'm definitely probably not going to be able to pack all this in one episode. So remember. Because the layout is just one thing on a realistic coaster. The other thing is its surroundings and everything. This is just the start of it. Man, I know this is probably very boring to watch. Alright, I'm going to try and pull up the live stream on my phone and see if I can't get the comments section in there going, because this laptop is only at 16% on this update. Oh gosh, I don't want any audio on. Okay, comment section. Where are you? Live chat. There we are. I can see you guys again. Oh gosh, is that... Okay. Now I can see your guys' comments a little bit. See how it's going. Okay, so we're back here. Maybe that should be 4. Alright, we're going to try and get through this. My goal is to get through the layout, at least, in this live stream. I was hoping to do it all in one live stream, but I'm too slow of a builder for that. Because I still have to make a station, a queue line, and a nice surrounding area for the ride. How I'm going to do that, I don't know yet. But again, they say you have to go through, or it's recommended that you go through 8 times. But to be honest, I don't know if you have to go quite that much. Just go as much as you need to and just test it every once in a while and see if it's smooth enough for you. That might actually be the better thing to do. Alright, let's see how this is shaping up so far. Drop time. That's a fun start, though, I will say that. That's pretty smooth right there. That's pretty smooth there, too. Pretty smooth. Alright, let's see if we can't move on to the next part of the ride. See, I don't think you can smooth. You have to go back and forth each time. I don't think you can actually just click it 8 times, move on to the next piece. I don't know. I don't think that's how it works. At least I don't think it does. Alright, so I'm gonna create a nice... Okay, so we're gonna build this. This is gonna be a nice little drop here. Alright, this is where we're gonna want to go back to 4. That way we still get that heartline feel. Alright, we're gonna start doing that, so... 0%. 0%. Alright, the next thing I want to do is create some airtime. Alright, we're gonna put like a little ejector airtime hill here. Now we'll get that airtime started. Get some start it off with some ejector airtime. Alright, we're gonna put a steep bank here. Alright. I'm gonna try to make it where I don't have to do too much, like do a lot of smoothing. Or do a lot of like the method here on like just simple turns and stuff. Alright, trying to keep all that stuff green. Alright, let's take a ride of what we got so far. So one thing I didn't make sure it's smooth. Click, 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 clickety clack, clickety clack. And this is what we got so far. Got the roll. Another roll up there. Ooh. Alright, so need to, I think we need to smooth this turn out just a pinch. Gonna grab it here. See if we can't get that where we need it. And then a spot, the spot up here was, needs to be smoothed out a little more. Yeah, you're gonna fly out of your seat a little bit on that ejector airtime hill there. Now we're gonna create a little bit, some more airtime. That's the goal for the second part of the ride. I have 2 inversions. I still might add another one, at least one more. But yeah, you're gonna fly out of your seat on that, definitely. And then you got this high-speed turn. And we are at, surely are at some high speeds here. And let's create some more airtime by, of course, adding a little bit of a double down here. That surely will help with some airtime. Woo! Got some speed there. Now we got a little bit of airtime going on there. Let's create another cool part. We're gonna sail over here into one of my favorite elements that I love that on an RMC, a beautiful wave turn. I love wave turns. Because on wave turns, you can actually get some sideways airtime. Or side airtime, which is a thing. You can get airtime while sideways. Okay, so now I'm actually going to be able to log back into my laptop. It finally finished its update. And this will look kind of cool over these track pieces here. Hopefully if I can fit it in here properly. Start coming back down over here. So hopefully after smoothing a little bit, this will do what we want it to. We just gotta make sure we shape it up correctly. Darn. All right, a little bit more sideways here. Now, I don't know if Planet Coaster has a thing of sideways airtime, if it counts as some airtime in that spot, but alright, it's gonna be pretty close to the ground there. Now let's smooth this sucker out. And see if it shapes up the way I want it. How cool is that? Wave turn going over all 3 tracks right here. Alright, I'm going to try and create some other airtime elements. And we're going to try to head back towards the station area here fairly soon. I don't want this ride to be too long, otherwise we're going to be here forever. This is gonna be cool, though. I think it's gonna be a good ride. Dim, dim, bum, bum. Alright, we're gonna go keep this smoothed out for quite a few times. And hopefully we're gonna have a high-class Rocky Mountain construction coaster here. And if it is good enough, I'll update, or actually upload it to the Steam Workshop. Oh gosh. And I'm keeping a pretty compact space. At least a little bit. Takes up a lot of space because it's an RMC, but it's not doing too bad. How tall is this? This is 60 feet tall. But we are starting to lose a little bit of speed, I can see. So we want to try and start heading back towards the station. Because I think we got a pretty good lengthy ride for an RMC. RMCs aren't usually super long. So with that being said, we can keep it realistic by not making it too long. I love this wave turn. Shaping up pretty well too. Hopefully it will be perfect. As perfect can get. A lot of back-to-back right turns in this section. Move. It's gonna be good stuff. Alright, let's take a ride on it. We'll see what we got so far. And we'll fast forward to the top of the lift. Ooh. Another inversion. Airtime. Yeah, we fixed that a lot. Alright, we're gonna have to smooth that out for sure. Woo! Thump. Okay, so let's go ahead and smooth out some of these sections that were really bad. Including right here. Don't want to smooth out the double down section too much or it'll get rid of it. Mainly this turn right here. Smooth that out just a little bit more. Alright, so. Alright, so the wave turn was pretty smooth. Not going to get it too much smoother than what it is. I mean, you can only smooth it out so much. Alright, get that smooth there. Excellent. Alright, so I'm actually going to start building the brake run just to get started here. On a brake run. For the sake of having a brake run. Alright, let's hit some friction brakes. Alright, so if that doesn't slow down enough. That's too long. Alright, we'll go with that. And now, we're going to go back here. Alright, let's go do this now. Alright, I think that was just a little bit too much on that. So we'll we're just gonna have a bank here. Okay, so alright, if we shape this up correctly, we'll get this correct the way that we want it. And we get yet another turn. Going over here. Alright, but first, let's get this smoothed out. But since it's a small element, it shouldn't hopefully take too long. At least that's what we're going for. It's fun to add all these little different bank sections and stuff. And especially this one, it's going to be going through this at quite high speeds. Man, I don't know, what are we going to call this ride? We need to have a name. Alright, so I just want to get run through this quite a few times. On this element. It's gonna be a pretty forceful spot right here. Batman the Ride or Goliath. Yes. Because I totally want to be like Six Flags. And be so original. Where's 0%? Way over there? Jeez. Alright, we're gonna make the track a little bit shorter. And now it's time for some airtime. Okay, so I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Would we rather do a barrel roll end here, roll it in at the end to into the brake run, or just add a couple more airtime hills? Do you think we have enough airtime, or should we add another inversion? That's what I want to know, because we're into the final element. Should I turn this into a roll into the brakes, which actually would be a very perfectly lined fit right here, or should we just add a couple of hops to really maximize the airtime? I want to hear what you guys think. So, I want to hear the comments. Make sure you vote. Do you want a roll finale, roll into the brakes, or airtime hills into the brakes? Like a couple of different hops right here. Okay, so I'm getting votes for both. Couple of rolls, couple of airtimes. I don't know, I feel like the roll would be more impactful. Okay, I think more people are saying rolls than anything, so I think we're gonna go with it. So, I'm gonna actually work backwards here. Let's get rid of that catwalk. And I'm gonna create the perfect roll. At least I'm gonna try to. Alright, that's looking good. Alright, and let's adjust the track over here to where it's going to perfectly line up. Actually, I'm going to keep it going this way. That way I can do what I was planning on doing, and that was going up this way, and then have a slight turn here. And then we head into the roll. Alright, so let's get this started. One. Oh, it's green across the board. So it's got a wonderful rating. But we'll see after the smoothing how the smoothing goes out. See if it keeps its ratings. With a total of 3 inversions. I think we created a pretty good RMC. What do you guys think? I think it turned out pretty good. I think it's got a pretty strong layout. Not as much airtime as like Steel Vengeance or anything, but it's got its moments, definitely. Alright, so this roll probably shouldn't take too long to smooth out. Then we're gonna take a ride after we smooth this out a little bit. And then we're gonna see where adjustments we need to make in the layout. It goes through that last roll pretty quickly. We still have quite a bit of momentum. I probably could have made it a little bit longer, but that's okay. I think it's in the right spot just to keep that excitement rating up. So it's going to have high excitement. And I think I'm definitely going to save this as a blueprint as well. Once I'm done. So you guys can check it out. Or add it to your park if you want. That's a very good looking roll. We're not even done smoothing it yet. But you can see where I use the custom smooth method. And pretty much everything. You can see that jagged transition between each piece of track. But it's not super noticeable. It's kind of a hard thing to get rid of, actually. But the ride flows so beautifully through it. Alright, so a couple more times. Yeah, it's almost 7 excitement. That's insane. Nearly 7.0 excitement. So it's got some very high ratings, which is amazing. It's green across the board, which is the best part about it. Alright, so I'm gonna go through a couple more times, and then we could probably... Alright, let's go... Let's go one more time. In the other direction here. There we go. Whew! Now that looks cool. I like the look of it. Now, I kind of want to take a look at these test results once they come up, because that green across the board looks awesome. So a duration of 86.1 seconds. (3,504 feet of track, max speed of 69 miles per hour. Biggest drop of 156 feet, number of inversions, 5 airtime counts. But the duration's a little slower, a little bit less than I thought it was going to be. But let's see. Let's take a ride. Let's take a ride. And we'll do a full ride here. Full analysis of how this will turn out. But we're just going to take a ride and see if there's any other spots we need. There usually is. Other spots we need to kind of fix up a little bit. So we got the barrel roll drop coming out of that. And we got the other roll here. Twist and turn. Might need to adjust that a little bit. Looking at it now. That double down is just a little bit high speed there. That's kind of insane. Alright, we haven't seen any of this part yet. A little jagged. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, so not perfect yet. As long as I can keep that green. As long as I can keep that green in there, that'll be awesome. Okay. So, a couple of key spots that we need to adjust. I believe first part of the ride is excellent. End of the barrel roll is very unsmooth right here. See if I can't just smooth that out just a pinch. Alright, so we're going to do this, and then we're going to try and get the entry here. Yeah, see, you're going to try and get rid of my heart line. That's what you're going to try and do. Okay. So this twist right here was very rough. A couple of these twists at the end were kind of rough, so we gotta smooth them out just a little bit. And then this double down, unfortunately, was a little bit rough too. Rough transition. So I'm gonna try and do what I can to fix that. So you just twist to that brake run just very fast. It's kind of weird. And it makes kind of a weird transition. So I don't know. Alright, so we're getting ready to make our next test ride here pretty soon. In just a moment. Just a moment, we'll be getting on that test ride. Taking the test ride. Let's try it one more time and see if we got it right. We will just see. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. That turn's still a little rough there. That's better. That's better too, but not perfect. Alright, the roll at the end's better, but it's still got a rough entry and exit. Those are the parts that are rough still. The entry and the exit parts. I don't know how to fix that. You can see the kind of the jagged part here. See, if I do this, it's gonna get rid of that heartline entry just a little bit. But if I can make that entry smooth, it's just a weird transition. That's the thing right now. The transition's just kind of off. Let's see. Let's see if this helps out at all. So the exit's way too rough. And we'll see if that does anything. The entrance of the roll wasn't too bad. It's just kind of like the exit's just very bad, so we're gonna give it a little extra time to run there and then hit the brake run. Let's try it now. Alright, we're gonna fast forward on this one. Alright, we'll go about right here. Whee! Alright, that's a little bit better. What? Why did it fly off the tracks? What the heck? Did you see that? It flew right off the tracks. What is going on? You're already connected. I guess it wasn't connected. I don't know. Whatever. That was interesting. Alright, that's looking good. So not too bad. Not bad at all. So I'm gonna call this. We haven't even saved yet, which is a bad thing. I'm gonna call it a realistic coaster. Now, as for the layout being realistic, now we gotta try and get the area around a little bit more realistic. So that's going to be a challenge in itself. Just a little bit. So first things first, I kind of want to get this to be a little bit more rocky dirt texture underneath. So it kind of looks like it was under construction a little bit. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna try and blend this up a little, just a little bit. Add a little bit of rocky texture in there as well. Just a little bit. Just trying to blend some stuff in a little more. Make it a little more interesting. As you can see. And we still might make more adjustments to the track, but as of right now, that is the track layout. Looking pretty cool. I like it. Aesthetically, it looks really nice. Like a really good RMC look to it, I think. So I think it does have a good RMC look around it. But boy, are we just at the beginning of this so far. Okay, now I'm curious. Now that we have this here, let's say I'm gonna go ahead and save it real quick. Once more, I want to see what it looks like next to Steel Vengeance. So let's find Steel Vengeance. Where is Steel Vengeance? It's under my blueprints? It's probably under coasters here and blueprint. Probably. Looks like there's more stuff here. Maybe. There it is. Okay, so here's Steel Vengeance. And here's my coaster. Whose looks better? Obviously, Steel Vengeance. A little bit taller. Just a little bit. And it takes up a little more space, but there's a lot of empty space in the middle. And it's got a mid-course brake run. Mine doesn't. But you can see that, you can see a little bit of similarities, like it going through the lift hill, coming around here. And it's obviously a lot different. It wasn't meant to be the same ride, but I did a little bit of tiny bit of inspiration from this ride. But it's so cool. I hope they do more partnerships like this in the future, you know. They partner with Cedar Point, and hopefully we might even see some more Cedar Point stuff. Here's Steel Vengeance. Yeah. Can't wait to ride this for myself eventually. Hopefully next year. I don't know if I will. Such a tall lift hill. See how it compares to my ride. So I wonder who got on here and designed it. I wonder if, like, Cedar Point people actually got on Planet Coaster and designed it for them to put it into the game. Or how it worked, I don't know. So much airtime. Looks like it loses so much momentum though. Alright, we got. I want to see how the test results actually came out. A minute, or 170.5 seconds. A track length is completely incorrect from the real thing. Because it's actually... How did it end up being like 1,000 longer? I don't know. The max speed is incorrect. Interestingly enough. The drop's incorrect. It's not that tall. It was only like a 200-foot lift. Or 205-foot lift. So I don't know. I don't know what they did. Airtime count of 16, but it's only 8.3 seconds. In real life, it's actually going to be about nearly 30 seconds. So if I go to edit track here, they made it 246 feet for some reason. That's not how tall it is. I don't know. It's a lot of inaccuracy in the inaccuracies there. But that's interesting. Okay, so I think I'm going to come back to this because there's just a lot more to do, and not enough time. So I was originally planning on making this all just in one stream, but I might come back to it, and it looks like I'm going to actually come back to it instead and finish it off. So shouldn't take more than one more episode. So that will be interesting. When we do another episode, we'll do all the scenery stuff around it, and it will look really, really nice. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. That's going to do it for this live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was kind of a long, tedious episode with a lot of figuring some stuff out. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more content like awesome content. Losing my mind. So a lot of awesome content like this, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe. That's what I was saying. But anyways, make sure you guys have a great day. Even cooler tomorrow. Thanks so much, and goodbye.